Hey friends, happy Thursday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Check out my little friend up there. Hey guys, I just wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning, something that I really, really hope blesses you. In my Bible study this morning, I was in Numbers 20, specifically in verses 1 through 13. And I highly suggest that you read this book. It is a gem, but it's the story of Moses leading the Israelites out of captivity into the promised land. And along the way, let me tell you, there's been ups and there's been downs. And they've been just a people that has grumbled so much along the way, right? So here they are close to entering the promised land and they don't have any water. And they grumble against Moses and Aaron. They said, why did you... I know, I agree. They grumbled something like that. Well, I agree. So they grumbled something like that, right? And so Moses, and then they said, we don't have any water. We'd have been better off dead. Why didn't you just leave us dead? So Moses, he just, he let his anger get the best of him. And it says that the Lord spoke to Moses and he said, speak to the rock, take your staff, speak to the rock, and it will draw forth water, right? I'm paraphrasing. But instead, Moses, in this one bit of failing to practice self-discipline, it says that he hit the rock twice. Right? He hit it. Instead of speaking to it, he hit it. And because of this, Moses was punished and he was not able to enter the promised land along with the Israelites. But it really got me to thinking, I'm in a state of my training right now where I was very strict with my training, had the ultra on Saturday. So now you train in phases, right? You go up, you go down. And this is kind of one of those lackadaisical periods, right? Where you're not training as hard. You don't have to put in a hard run. You have a little bit of leeway on sleep time and what you can eat and what you can do, right? Well, this is kind of a dangerous place to be because you can easily go back to your old ways and not practice the self-discipline, right? And Paul was talking about this in 1 Corinthians 9:25. I was thinking about that this morning, and he was specifically most likely talking about the Isthmian Games. These were kind of like the Olympic Games, and they took place every 2 years. And what Paul said about that, he said everyone who competes in these games goes into strict training. They do it for a crown that will not last, but we do it for a crown that will last forever. And if you look in the New King James Version, it says that these athletes are temperate in all things, right? And this meaning of temperate, it means they are self-restrained. They practice self-discipline in all things, right? So we're in this competition. This is a daily competition for everybody, but it's not against any other runners. It's a competition between the spirit and the flesh, between what we're supposed to do and what we want to do. And let me tell you, our battle of the will always battle with what God wills for us. You can see it in Moses. Here he had done so well, and then in just a moment, he failed to practice the self-discipline that had eternal consequences. So guys, I hope that really blesses you, and I think that the point for me to take away from this is that when it comes to spiritual training, it has to be strict at all times. We are constantly training. That means we have to give careful consideration, careful consideration to what we read, to what we listen to who we associate with, to everything that we do, because in a moment we can fail to practice that self-discipline that we need. And like Moses, it can just have eternal consequences. So guys, I really, really hope that blesses you. Speaking of discipline, I better hurry up, finish up my run and get off to the best job ever. It is going to be a great day.